Hi, I'm Dina, and welcome to the channel 3 Dina Animation Stories. If you enjoyed today's story, make sure to support us. One day, a joyful and energetic family decided to travel to an unknown pristine forest. The family consisted of the father, mother, and 2 daughters named Emma and Emily. Emma was 2 years older than Emily. These 2 sisters were incredibly intelligent and brave. Emma and Emily were always fond of adventure and were very mischievous at university, never afraid of anything. This lively and close-knit family decided to go on a vacation. After searching the internet, they found a pristine nature spot and decided to spend the weekend there. The weekend arrived, they packed the necessary things, and their journey began. By night, they reached the pristine nature they had chosen and rested in a cabin in the middle of the forest. The next morning, after waking up and having breakfast, they decided to enter the forest and enjoy the untouched nature. Their parents were worried and suggested they all go into the forest together. But Emma and Emily, being so brave and confident in their ability to handle things alone, insisted that they could go by themselves. With hearts full of courage and excitement, they ventured into the forest. The nature was pristine, and they enjoyed it immensely. After several hours, Emma realized that they had strayed far from the cabin and were lost among the dense trees. No matter which direction they turned, they kept coming back to the same spot. Fear crept over them, but neither of them gave up. They kept searching until they arrived at a terrifying, dark place. The trees here twisted in strange and mysterious ways. Suddenly, they noticed shadows moving around. They didn't know what awaited them, but their curiosity was so strong that they couldn't resist moving forward. Suddenly, a loud roar echoed, and a 2-headed dragon emerged from the depths of the forest. Without warning, the 2-headed dragon attacked them. Emma and Emily started running, with the dragon chasing after them. One of the dragon's heads reached out towards Emily and grabbed her. In that moment, seeing that Emily was trapped, Emma stopped and without hesitation, threw herself forward and shouted, "Hey dragon, come eat me instead. Please let my sister go. Eat me instead." Her words caused the dragon to stop unexpectedly and appear shocked. Then the dragon fell to the ground, writhing in pain, seeming weakened. Emma immediately grabbed her little sister, and they hurriedly ran away from the dark forest. They found the cabin with great difficulty. Once they returned, they hurriedly told their parents what had happened. The parents, who had been worried, quickly started packing their things and preparing to leave, knowing that the forest was no longer a safe place. Emma and Emily, along with their parents, left the cabin with fear and trembling, and as they drove back home, their bodies were still shaking from the fear. On their way back, they suddenly noticed a car heading toward the cabin. The 2 sisters exchanged fearful glances and noticed a small child sitting in the back of the car. By the time they reached home, it was nighttime. Emma and Emily were in their room, still worried. They looked at each other, their eyes meeting as if speaking without words. Emma said to Emily, "Are you thinking about those kids too?" Without wasting time, they quickly ran outside to the shed to grab their father's axe and old gun. They took the weapon and axe, jumped into their father's car, and returned to the cabin. On the way, Emma said to Emily, "I think the dragon weakened and fell to the ground because of our sacrifice and bravery." They talked a lot, and it seemed they had a plan to defeat the dragon. When they arrived at the cabin, it was morning. Suddenly, they realized that the children from the other family were missing. Since Emma and Emily knew where to go, they assured their parents that they would find them. They headed into the forest once again. This time, Emma and Emily were sure the dragon was still there. After a short while, They arrived at the scene of the previous incident and saw that the dragon, now smaller and with trembling hands, had captured the child in its teeth. The sisters immediately stood in front of the dragon and shouted, "Dragon, come eat us, but let that child go." To their surprise, the dragon fell to the ground again and passed out. This time, Emma and Emily, armed with their gun and axe, attacked and ultimately killed the dragon. As the dragon died, a golden light emerged from its body. Two twin boys emerged from inside the dragon. Emma and Emily, astonished, said, "What happened? Who are you? And what are you doing here?" The boys explained that they had been cursed by a sorcerer, and only true sacrifice could break the spell. Because the two sisters had made that sacrifice, the curse was lifted, and they were freed. The twin brothers were captivated by Emma and Emily's character, and there was a spark of love in the boys' eyes. The four of them, along with the rescued child, returned to the cabin and handed the child back to their parents. However, the story was far from over. After they left the dark forest, a sorcerer watching from the top of the tallest tree in the forest muttered, "Damn it, I need to find more twins."